Hey everyone, this is J-Rod here giving you the news update alert. Well, you may have been following what's going on in the world of wrestling, such as, of course, wrestlers who dealt with domestic violence and, of course, sentenced from the court. Now, for those who have not been following, let me give you guys a description of what's been going on. A couple of years ago, Stephanie Vaquer, of course, was dating a wrestler named El Cuartero, who many of you may not know. He was part of AAA along with his brother and cousin, calling themselves La Nueva Di Manita. So basically, a name that was belonged to their dad along with their uncles. Now, anyway, 3 years ago, El Cuartero was arrested for domestic violence and strangling Stephanie Vaquer, leaving her, of course, all bruised up. However, of course, he was in prison for the last 2 days. Now, many of you were not aware of this. Um, there was concern for Stephanie Vaquer when WWE mentioned the acquisition of AAA, and there were those who mentioned that, of course, Stephanie's life could be threatened by Cuartero's family, and that pretty much was really happening. They were calling her a liar, that she was making things up, and that kind of puts it into perspective for her safety. However, recently, not too long ago, I did put out an update about him that he was found guilty by a Mexican judge. Now, keep in mind, I don't know how the justice system works down in Mexico. It's completely different from here, I believe. But yes, he was in prison for in jail for 2 years, waiting for his trial. Now, recently, it was announced on social media and on the internet that Cuartero is now going to be serving 13 years in prison. So this is what he gets for what he tried to do to Stephanie Vaquer, of course. Tried to have her killed. Sweet justice for Stephanie, of course. She did mention she was not going to stop speaking the truth and fighting for justice. And I commend her that she did not give up. Now, of course, we can say that certain people, especially her ex-boyfriend's family, are not going to let this one go. Obviously, they think that this is a whole lot. Look, I know it's hard to believe what's going on, but the guy deserved it. You know, if he did what he did, he had it coming. He should have known this was going to happen. But I'm happy that Stephanie gets justice. Justice is going to be served 100%. So if there's any updates about this one, I'll let you guys know. So until then, I will see you guys the next time. So I must bid all of you adieu. So, goodbye. And have a nice day. Bang.